Hello, everyone, and welcome to another day and another Splinterlands stream. Happy to have you back here again on a little old Monday here in Australia. Probably Sunday night everywhere else in the world, or coming into a Monday morning. My name is Holazor. I'm here to stream my daily quest as I normally do. And today I've got a snipe quest. So welcome to Splinterlands TV, welcome to the Holazor experience, where we will experience loss, despair, and horror as I throw monstrous monsters at enemy monsters and hope that I win using the snipe rule set. Hey HypeDK04, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. My first battle here today is against AAB Scent. It's close range, spreading fury, so that works with the sniper rule set. Let's see what we're gonna do. I don't have any packs to give away this week. I gave them all away last week, so there is not going to be any things there. So we reckon my opponent's going to use magic. Well, we can use the best weapon I've got, which is banned. I was going to use Ouster Crowling. Not Ouster Crowling. Yes, I'm calling him Ouster Crowling. That's my name for Ouster Rotwell, for the Magic Reflect, because I don't have Mylor. It's the way that I name my monsters. I'm probably going to go with Green Splinter and a quick little snipe. And by quick little snipe, I mean the Child of the Forest, because they're the best snipe. Now, if indeed my opponent's going to use magic, I'm just going to throw a Unicorn Mustang out there and hope for the best. It's generally what I do. I am going to investigate and see if I can fill up the blanks with any silences here as well. Probably mushrooms here, they're pretty good. And we'll go with a Goblin Psychic. This is going to be team the most minimum viable. And if we win, we win. If we lose, well, that will just continue in my great tradition of loss. Now, my snipe's going to work out really nicely here because it's going to go straight into Albatross and take them out immediately, which works really well for me. Now, the thing that sucks is becoming a victim of poison straight away. I think I may be able to win this game. The Affliction is annoying. That Angry Rage is not so annoying. So from here on in, I think I'm pretty safely gonna wander away, perhaps limping, but the important part is I'll still be wandering away with a victory. If I can hit that Kelp Initiate. There we go. Now they're dead. I just need to get one hit from Unicorn Mustang in, and there it is. Snipe game number 1 complete. The surgery was a success. Let's go again and continue to impose snipe upon my opponents. What have we got here? We have Earthquake and Blast. Dragon's in and Death is in. I think there's no excuse to use anything but the Dragon Summoner here. And there are many things that I can bring to the battlefield here. Firstly, we're going to bring a whole bunch of snare. The best snares. The fastest snares. And hope that I can get in before my opponent does. Now, sadly, I don't have... Oh, actually, we do have something that has flying and immunity. It's called a Dragon Spirit. It's probably not the best option. Let's go with Harclaw. Harclaw's slow. Maybe Dark Hawan, because they are flying. I know what I'm going to do. It's going to be Dark Hawan and Corrupted Pegasus. And then I really, really hope they don't bring a Grenadier. If they bring a Grenadier, that will be not very nice. So in comes the Corrupted Pegasus. I've still got 12 mana left to play with here. Well, Cthulhu can fly. I really hope they don't bring a Sand Golem. Sorry, Sandworm. Sand Golem is a new and improved iteration of creature. Well, they didn't bring a Sand Golem. I'm going to call it a Sand Golem now, so that's good. Hey Bakueni, hey Farfai, welcome. Got a good old snipe quest today. As you can keenly observe, I've not bothered to bring snipe to this particular battle and rule set. I have made the decision that, hey, I should focus on winning. And it looks like I may do just that. Although, goodbye Pegasus, I'll miss you. The double opportunity here should be nice. The fact that I've managed to snare their entire team, other than their front line, yeah, okay, now their entire team is snared, is just magnificent. The opportunity plus snare is really a brilliant combination. And then Cthulhu was chilling out at the back being like, so what do I do now? They did nothing. That was 72 ranking points, that battle. Good win streak and defeating someone with significantly more ranking points than I. So that's good. FireQuest is still 1 of 5. How many rating points did you lose yesterday? That sounds like a terrible experience. Lost Legendaries and Spreading Fury. What am I going to do here? I get discouraged by seeing that ranking. It's only 20 mana, Spreading Fury. Yes, I want to focus snipe. So green or blue? Green. So you didn't do a me. So that's well done. Regular viewers of me will know that it's kind of like, I've got a snipe quest. I'm going to do nothing but play snipe and be incredibly predictable. That's how I play the game. What other range stuff can I bring to this battle? Life Splinter's out, so I'm not afraid of Return Fire. I doesn't afraid of anything right now. Maybe a Scavenge? No. Speed would be good, because Enrage is a good combination for speed. Maybe I bring Slow as well. Yes, let's bring Slow as well. Now, what is quick? Now we're going to go with the Chaos Agent. It's happening. And Venari Scout is also quick. And they have dodge, so they can go in the second position. Let's see if this will pay off, or whether I will be miserable. Well, the snipe might actually pay off, but I'll be miserable because they'll be even faster than me. Yeah, and then my opponent ends up using a fire kitty team with absolute absurd enraged speed. Hey, Cairo John, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I should just appreciate this loss as a lesson in 1, 2, 3, 5 speed differential from a summoner alone, not counting the slows that they stacked on top of that. That's what the skip battle button is for. Alright, we've got weak magic. Green Splinter is still available. I think I might go with Mimosa, because that's gonna scare off the classic combination of Mylor plus Mycelia. And then I need to build a team around trying to get through Mylor or Mycelia. What piercing do we have in the good old Death Splinter? It's a shame that none of this piercing is also snipe. I think we should go with a Grim Reaper. Now I'm going to try and avoid as much direct melee damage as I possibly can here. I'm really tempted to play Gelatinous Cube. Like, you have no idea how tempted I am to play Gelatinous Cube here. Just to be like, look at me, I am passive. I'm gonna do it. They've got Void. That'll do things to my opponents. We need something with 2 mana as a stopgap. I reckon a Rust will work well. We want Dr. Blight to be somewhat effective. I'm going to go with Margie Necrosi in second position. I'm going to be pretty risky. Well, it's not quite the Mylor Mycelia. Now, the unfortunate part about this is all my attacks are going to have to go into Slip Spawn before I can have any effect on the rest of their team. But look at that. Slip Spawn is dead. Just reading over the chat here now. Yeah, the crazy 2 mana cards in Fire Splinter are just upsettingly good. Well, Snipe Quest is normally a problem. Unluckily, our cube got afflicted, but it didn't seem to matter at all. Yeah, Serpentine Soldier is just absolutely broken. I think the win rate for Serpentine Soldier, at least in my experience, you play Serpentine Soldier as Fire Splinter, be that a Fire Splinter vanilla or a Fire Splinter with Dragon, you win. There's no real way to destroy it. Because generally speaking, you aren't playing magic in those rule sets because it's lost magic or weak magic, or look, everyone's got phase for some reason, even if they don't have phase as a card ability. What have we got here? We've got unprotected broken arrows, so magical snipes in any of these splinters, I don't think they exist. We'll find out. Not in life, not in water, not in fire. So I cannot do my quest here. I will need to think about what else I can. Yeah, like immediately it's going to be like Margie Necrosi. Yeah. Margie Necrosi the Great. So broken arrows, we can expect magic. It's 17 mana. So what is the best magic reflect bang for buck we can do? Maybe I go with a Fire Splinter and throw in Arianthus, then just go and try and sneak, because there's no green splinter in here either. If I throw in an Amplify, the only thing Arianthus is missing is Return Fire. But then Almo's missing Thorns. What about, what's his name? What is his name? This guy. He has Return Fire. He doesn't have Magic Reflect. But we'll go with Onyx Sentinel. Oh no, it's the Magic Reflect that I really want. So it is going to be Arianthus. Talked myself out of it. We will bring that Amplify. Amplify, no. Actually, I'm going to swap on over to Blue Splinter. Oh, I'm not leaving enough time here to really pick a team, am I? It's going to be all about keeping Arianthus alive here. And unfortunately, can't bring a Amplify. So I'm going to throw Chaos Agent in at the back and hit go and see whether or not a completely passive team can destroy a completely aggressive team. They didn't bring any armor, but they brought a repair. I think with my double triage, I should be good here. No, no, I will not be. Because now I have no damage left. Other than a little old mermaid healer. You know what would be funny? Chaos Agent doing a backfire. Oh, there it is. I'm going to lose to exhaustion here on account of this guy having more health. But actually, it's a draw. That's not a terrible outcome. That is a happy day. That is a happy day indeed. That is a brilliant, brilliant outcome. From the worst case scenario to a draw, where worst case scenario is a loss. I think the other funny part about that is there was only about 10 rating points separating me and my opponent there. Now that there is pure entertainment. Yeah, but then I wouldn't have had Arianthus doing all the reflects, the thorns and stuff. If I had Amplify in there, I would have cleaned up, because that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted Arianthus with Amplify. But I didn't actually execute on that plan. I had it in my brain, but I failed to do it. Equalizer and Rise of the Commons. So I can bring Snipe here. Let's go with Super Kin. And we're going to go with Death Elemental. And the rest of my team is going to be determined entirely by their speed. The faster, the better. There is speed. There is speed. Now, with Life Splinter available here, what is the bet? We're going to see the glorious Shield Bearer. It's a definite thing that we're going to encounter. The sad thing is, I may need to use some actual good cards here. Commons sort of puts me a little bit away from the garden path there, though. Oh no, maybe they go at that dragon. Let's go with a Serpentine Glaridax soldier. I don't know why I put Spellsmith in. I was thinking of playing something with Thorns or the like. Silent Shavi should be good fun. Now, in terms of mana costs, yeah, we'll double up on that Sneaky Snipe. Pop the Sandworm in second and see how this goes. Ooh, it's not what I expected. Well, we won't be dodging anything, but are we faster? Yes. Significantly so. My damage is all over the place though, which is not ideal. But there is enough damage spread about, but I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. Because now Sandworm gets to go absolutely freaking bang. Alright. Good wins. Yeah, I don't think I've ever beaten sub back when. Maybe once. Maybe once. That's 20 ranking points, and that's the third of 5 snipe wins. I'm not doing too badly today. I managed to get through my quest yesterday pretty quickly as well. The day before that, though, was terrible because I had no power at home when I sat down to do my stream. I think I started my stream, and then the power went out. And it didn't come back on for like another 2 hours. So I wasn't able to stream on, I think it was Saturday night. NRG and Weak Magic. So we want lots of piercing. Piercing to go with our snipe. I think green splinter's probably my best choice here. Bring out that unicorn Mustang. Such a nice card. And then the tokenistic Child of the Forest is the cheapest snipe on the block. Then we will do the whole, look at me, I'm Queen Mycelia. And look at me, I am a Khmer princess. I mean, I'm certainly not a physical princess, but anyway, I'm rambling. 2 mana remaining. I like Acid Shooter, but I think I like Halfling Alchemist better. And we'll roll with the Fungus Fiend. Child of the Forest can go there. Yeah, let's give this a go. What an interesting team. It's Kron. I'm grateful I have a snipe. What I'm not grateful about is the fact that Kron will still get his last stand. Maybe he... No, he will. Drat. But it should be a pretty powerful magic reflect. Oh, 4 damage coming straight back at him, and no cleanse. He dead. Unicorn Mustang for the win. Wasn't even considering Kron as being an opponent, given that particular rule set. That is a brilliant, brilliant outcome. Alright. Next game is Unprotected and Malay Mayhem. Well, it's time for dragons. Is it going to be quick dragons? Yes. And we'll go with death. So we want Vigilator for sure. We also want... Where are you? Where are you, Mr. Warchang? There you are. No armor. I'm thinking... We want stuff with Demoralize. And what better than Harklaw? Now, do I dare bring in my tokenistic snipe? Brings Weaken to the party, so I'm going to say yes. Now I've got so many choices here for Malay Mayhem. I think, given what we've got, Shadowy Presence should provide us a nice little boost. Hey, Dishonesty, welcome to the stream. And then we'll throw in Chaos Agent. Because it's Malay Mayhem, it should boost up Vigilator and Warchang here. Hopefully countering any Demoralize. And thankfully not bringing them up to 5, which would render our strikes against Slipspawn useless. Oh, look at that. Taken out in one go. I'm doing really well today. This is going fantastically. Because somehow this is another win for my quest. And normally snipe quests are the absolute worst to do, because snipe creatures generally have little to no utility beyond their allocated role. Now, I'm going to claim my reward. Let's see what we get. Oh, Vigolator has always been good. Always been brilliant. There they were really good because it was melee mayhem and they could attack from the back line, so they got a melee attack as well as a ranged attack in their turn. Double strike as well. I played to the rule set there. Basically played to Vigolator's strengths. Okay, we got a Pelacor Bandit, a Heatsmith, a Crystal Smith, a Conjurer, an Alchemy Lotion. Yes, that's right, a lotion, because you rub it on the cards. That's a lot of Conjurers. It's a Deceiver, a Gargoyle Lion, another lotion, a Deceiver, no DEC today. Another lotion, yeah, no DEC at all. Just a whole bunch of cards and a whole bunch of commons and the Crystal Smith. I was hoping that we could have gotten something really nice. That's a lot of cards. It's a lot of Conjurers. That's pretty good. That's definitely more than a 50-50 rate. All of cards. Alright, let's continue on and see if I can't touch Champ 3 today. Still got another hour and a half, so I could find myself back in Gold League. We will see. What have we got here? We've got Armored Up and Little League. 26 mana. What's my opponent like? They've got Cryptomancer and Alster. They've got Selenia. I think Selenia plus Blue Splinter might work really well here. Let's see what the wheel has to say. Well, Dragon, so sure, it's going to be Selenia plus Blue Splinter. Mainly because I want to use... Where is he? Pirate Captain for the Inspire. And then we've got a whole bunch of fun in Electric Eels. And we'll go with the Zenith Monk. We'll bring in a Spellsmith and Dr. Blight. Pirate Captain is like the only guy in here being like, look at me, I'm not 4 mana. He's also not max level. Maybe I will drop Pirate Captain. I should bring some healing here. And I don't think there's going to be a better option than Metal Guardian. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't know why I picked Selenia when I only brought Pirate Captain along with his snipe. I could be in trouble here. Goodbye, Metal Guardian. I will miss you. She's gonna die. Oh, why couldn't you use the repair on yourself? Yeah. And it's a team, it's any team really with Tower Griffin that always gets me. I was trying to be too fancy here. And then I completely forgot to be fancy by bringing Selenia along. It will be interesting though to see whether or not my Dr. Black can basically carry here. Because there's every chance that he might actually do that. He's only got 3 opponents to defeat. But he needs to dodge, and nothing there was classified successfully as a dodge. So I just put them into Champ League, and I put myself further away from Champ League. So congratulations to my opponent, and commiserations to me. We now move on to Super Sneak. And, well, Green Splinter is available. So this is going to be a dangerous venture by me. We're going with Grund Behemoth. Basically everything that has a trample. That means Hydra gets to come along as well. Benari Knifer is going to be our backline troopery dude. And then we'll have Parasitic Growth in there just to absorb some of the pressure. Can't forget about the Sacrificial Fungus Fiend to make sure I get off the line first here. And I completely forgot what the rest of the rule set was. I was just excited to basically go llama time. And was it trample, the rule set? I don't remember. If it is, it'll be fun because I have 3 trample creatures here. And Benari Knifer's sole goal is to basically protect the Hydra. That is the whole task. I will probably still get wrecked by a Jotun, or maybe a Chancius, or maybe a Kraken. Probably getting wrecked by a Kraken. Kraken plus their full cohort of 10 trillion support creatures. Who else gets destroyed by Kraken in battle? I know it's one of the things that I hate, because there's no obvious counters, particularly when there's Valnamore and there's lots of magic hiding out in there, and yeah. I might get a free pass here. Doesn't look like my opponent is willing to submit their team. I may indeed claim a victory due to non-attendance. That would be grand. That would be the best Monday evening treat that I've ever had. Is it going to happen? Surely it's been more than 1 minute and 45 seconds. I should get a massive stopwatch and just be like, start. Your time starts now. Kind of like chess. That'd actually be pretty fun if you had a chess timer for picking a team. You pick your summoner, you press the button, your opponent has to pick the summoner in that time or less. Otherwise they lose. Like a draft mode where your decisions are your decisions and you can't move around the order or anything like that. You've got to pick your team sequentially, not build your synergies, just as I did there. Well, Dragon Splinter's out of this one, so we won't be seeing Kitty Earth. Oh, brilliant. All right, we can say that the Hydra and Grund and everyone and their friends just trampled all over the opponent there, and we walked away with the win. We'll envision the joys of what happened as opposed to what may have happened. All right, we have a life and death, and all that my brain says here is one thing, and that one thing that my brain wants is Sacred Unicorn. Because just pew 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 with the trample. Be nice if they had Blast. They don't. But there's other stuff that has Blast in Life Splinter that we can use. Well, even if we look outside of the Splinter, I just want to help that Unicorn get their trample on. Gingerly help them over whatever hurdles they may encounter. Now let's go with good old Truth Speaker. Blast for the trample. Just to remove armor from whatever will be behind Unicorn, so they've got a better chance of continuing their trample along. But that's a bit of a misnomer given that Unicorn speed is 4 and Grenadier speed is 2. So Grenadier gets dumped out of the team very unceremoniously. I do think that Chaos Knight is probably a better choice as a tank because Sacred Unicorn's pretty squishy. But we're trying to address that by having True Speaker and Tyrus in there. And I was thinking of bringing along Lone Boatman for a repair / shatter. That way, that's probably more effective. Then what are we gonna do? Well, let's go all out armor here. Tower Griffin, and then we'll throw in the Soul Fiend. So we've got Tyrus boosting armor, we've got True Speaker boosting armor, we've got Tower Griffin boosting armor, and Tyrus. Sure, they brought some Rust along, they brought Mimosa, but I've got Cleanse. I'm gonna have so much freaking armor here. Well, I ended up with 3 armor after all the Rust. And there's an incoming loss right here. This makes me want to cry. He brought his own horse. Faster horse. A much faster horse. Which makes my horse go even slower. But here we go. Here we go. Infinite trample. Don't miss. If he's going to miss, this is where he'll miss. Okay, good. Don't miss. Hit it. Yes. Easy. My horse was better. That is exactly what I wanted to have happen. That was brilliant. They just needed to not miss. And they didn't. Yeah, I love the Endless Trample rule set, Vincent. It's one of my favorite things in the game. Back in 2018 when the game first came out, Trample worked like that all the time. So it wasn't part of a rule set where it was, okay, Endless Trample. Trample just worked endlessly all the time, always on. And it was fantastic. And I really missed it when they fixed Trample to change it to be like, you'll get one more attack. And then they brought in the Endless Stampede rule set, and I was such a happy person on the inside. Okay, here we've got Evens and Explosive Weaponry with an odd mana cap, so I'll be playing a 3 mana summoner. Or if I had one, a 2 mana summoner. I don't have one. Hey, Asdif Kajira, welcome. Or as I know, you've said on other channels, Kira, so welcome. I just like saying the Asdif in the front of it. It's fun. Right, what am I doing here? Well, Jotun could work, but I don't have the 2 mana cast to support Jotun. So maybe I just do Jotun and Magnor together at last. No, that'd be pointless because it's already Blast rule set. Maybe Pyre and Jotun. He'd be too slow. What about Alster? Just here to stream snipe. That would suggest that I'd be up in the same rankings as you are at the moment, and I don't think I am. If I'm higher, that'd be brilliant. But I don't think I am there either. I'm really running out of time for my team here. I'm going to settle for the obnoxious Alster, Harclaw. No, it's going to be Magnor. Screw it. Magnor and Jotun. Well, at least they don't have a snipe. Sorry, a stun. Oh no, he missed. How terrible. Okay, here we go. It's not going to be the Endless Trample that we got last time, but I am losing. Oh, that Retaliate. Oh, I'm so mad. That Retaliate. It was almost justice of a, hey, look at me, pick a team in the last 10 seconds. Look at it go. And, well, if you were here to snipe Akira, you've done it in the absolute correct manner. Congratulations. it worked. The surgery was a success. I know, I wanted the extra health. That's why I went with Jotun. Here we've got close range and heavy hitters. So this is indeed perfect for someone like a Pyre. I'm gonna go with a YOLO team here, and I'm sorry if I'm gonna give you PTSD, Bakoni. I'm going with Spark Pixies up in the front. They're gonna be a dodge tank as opposed to anything else. And that's where my strategy fundamentally ends. Eggs are firmly placed in a single basket. Maybe we'll go with Jin Inferni. Nah, we'll be more sensible. Chain Golem, with their 2 speed, can come out in the lead there. Then we'll look to pepper the opponent with a Grenadier, a Serpentine Spy, maybe, probably not, definitely. What's in our 2 mana basket? Feel like a Halfling Alchemist will be very useful. Yeah, let's go with a Serpentine Spy. What the hell? Let's do it. Oh, it's Kraken. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's see how badly I get destroyed. Well, where's the stun? Where's the stun, people? Where is it? That's not a stun. That's a death. That's a stun plus Giant Killer. But where's the hits? There's a hit, but had to be through armor. Ah, Kraken. It is indeed a horrific monster. Who else can't wait to Modern League to never have to fight a Kraken again? At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. Let's have a look. Yeah, who can't wait to Modern League to never have to fight a Kraken again? Hands up, please. I certainly can't. Now, I've clicked on Deep Swimmer for a weak magic and close range armor set, rule set, which actually feels pretty successful in my mind. I'm going to use Wave Brood and do the tricky triage on them. And by tricky triage, I just mean like a bajillion triage. So the most effective are going to be Mermaid Healer. Spirit Horde is not going to be as effective because they've already got blind. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. We'll hold them in reserve. Now, in terms of magic, let's just YOLO roll with Oceanus in the front, because if we encounter a Valnamore, we're really gonna need that whatchamacallit, the force field. Cornelius is pretty much a non-negotiable here. We'll pack them in the rear to make sure that they become the beneficiary of any additional magic reflect and so on. And then we've got 3 mana. So we'll go with Myrtle Eye Guardian to try and sustain the Oceanus. And let's see how this goes. Well, it's Jotun. I'm still grateful for my Oceanus in the front, and grateful for my Wave Brood in the back, and grateful for that double return fire. It's gonna be so good. This is going to be a rotten long game. Yeah, Bakuin is an amazing player. The result of them watching my streams religiously and learning how not to play in order for them to know how to win. Now this here is an example probably of how to properly frustrate a Yoden Zaku player. Now we lost our Cornelius, which is a bit of a shame, but everyone else still has return fire, and we are slowly but surely destroying Magnor. Very, very slowly. The advantage here is I don't think I can be killed, which is freaking brilliant. I just need to make sure that I string together enough hits to be able to do that. How to win without using Kraken. The story by me. Pretty grateful my opponent didn't bring a Kraken along there. That was a very nice little win. I'm doing really well today in my battles. I feel a sense of accomplishment and pride, unlike regular days where I feel a great deal of shame and horror and despair and all the related adjectives. Okay, we have a holy protection and keep your distance. So we want ranged things. Preferably things that go fast. I don't know, I feel like speed is such an important element in these particular rule sets. I'm going to go with Death. We can roll Lyra. We can roll Naga Assassin. Maybe we can even roll with... Where is that other... Oh, I'm just going to... This is going to be all swiftness. It's going to be the fastest team ever seen. Is there any other swiftness I can put in here? Nope. That will be 6 speed to me, please. Now, slows. Oh, those slows aren't really useful, are they? Diamond Dragon certainly is, because they bring a cleanse along to the battle. But they're too expensive. You know who needs to come along? Good old Almo. Oh, this is going to be horrific if it works out. They won't be able to hit anything. And then, well, Chaos Agent gets to have fun as well. Or they bring Kitty as well. So it's Kitty v Kitty. So the point is moot. There will be no dodge. There will be no dodge at all. But look at that. Look at that speed. 12 organic speed. Oh, if only they didn't bring Byzantine Kitty. If only my damage wasn't so spread out upon my opponent. Although Queen Mycelia should die this turn, so that'll make my life slightly easier. Yeah, Lyra the Dark was all that I had, and it's not really sneak. Okay. Mr. Incapable of dodge due to rule set. Please dodge. Not happening. But, oh man, imagine if they didn't play Byzantine Kitty there. The amount of dodging I would have done would have been truly, truly outrageous. Alright, what's next? Heavy hitters and explosive weaponry. We want the greatest concentration of stuns that there could ever be. Just investigating my available options here. Definitely not Blue Splinter, they're pretty slow stuns. What about Life Splinter? I reckon it's gonna be Death. And with Knockout being involved and Blast, Thaddeus is probably the most appropriate summoner. Because if we can get a chain of stuns happening here, There's that's a mighty combination of stun right there. Do we go with Octopida and Lyra? Yes. Yes, I do. I think Marginocrosis is probably more important than Lyra the Dark here. Alright, let the stuns roll. Oh, God. Let me get destroyed here by my lack of speed. So bad. Such a broken combination. Look at me, I'm Auric. Look at all this stuff. Even if I played with the Magic Reflect rule set here, it would not have helped me one bit. Maybe Cthulhu comes in and just absolutely wrecks them with his last stand, but that is also not going to happen. So I will take that loss and I will file it under my catalogue of Splinterlands repressed memories. And there it shall remain for the centuries that my legacy may endure. Okay, noxious fumes, up close and personal. Oh, look, green splinters in, and life splinters in. Guess what's going to happen here? But it's only melee monsters that may be used, so it's time to go crazy with the immortal team of this. We can't use cube, can we? No, we cannot. So we'll hope to see destruction. Well, I think I put my creatures in good positions here. Alright, don't retaliate. Oh, you Hydra. Don't retaliate. Oh, so frustrating. I'm in trouble here. Why didn't my Hydra retaliate? What's going to get their last stand? It's going to be their Devastator, isn't it? I would thoroughly enjoy it being a last stand on the 1-mana creature. Thank you very, very much, Oaken Behemoth. You have done an incredible service to your people. And Hydra was the last one standing. Oh, Backwarny, that's great. Or, you know, I'm in the shower and my brain's like, remember that embarrassing time in Splinterlands when the other team was so fast they destroyed me? Yeah. Or I'm driving along and just thinking to myself, that Jin O'Shaughnessy just could never hit him. Alright, into the fray again with Healed Out and Melee Mayhem. 19 mana, really tempting to go Llama Hydra again, but Healed Out sort of rules that off the books. Everything can attack. I think Green Splinter might be a good bet here, but Thorns, Amplify. Why don't I go with Thorns and Amplify? Why don't I try to do that? Arianthus. Mycelia. Well, no healing, but what else does Mycelia bring? Why is she so good? The Amplify, the Armor, the Rust. No healing here, so Mylor is a threat. Let's go with the Child of the Forest. And in fact, I'm going to also use Grenadier. Now we need some little tiny stopgaps to just make our team a little bit more annoying. Think that might work. They've also brought an amplification along with the thorns. Creative use of the Vanari Heatsmith. But I think I should be okay here with Arianthus leading the charge. Even without healing, I think he's got enough health to withstand. And then furthermore, if it comes down to it, there is a 4-speed differential between Chaos Agent, but that didn't stop Cobalt Miner from doing what they wanted to do. But Arianthus should be able to see this one out. Oh, not quite. But there's enough damage left there in the team to take care of that. So I'm having these sort of, you know, hybrid swings between, look at that, I almost look like I know what I'm doing when I'm playing the game and using cards and monsters appropriately and brilliantly and whatever. And then suddenly, you know, just devastating losses. Odd ones out. 22 mana. Water Splinter, Death Splinter. Maybe I try to do the weakening thing? No, because I need odd-numbered creatures to execute that strategy. I don't think I've played Life Splinter today. Maybe I roll with Life Splinter. A little bit of Lorna? Or do we go with General... Let's go with General Sloan. Actually, I'm going to be very angry if they bring Kraken, and I didn't bring... Oh, it's odd ones out. Never mind. No one can bring a Kraken. Crisis averted. No Krakens will be featured in this battle. Warchang feels good. That'll be 4 extra damage. I guess True Speaker... What else is ranged extraordinaires? Grenadier for some blast. We need a tanky tank. Let's go Silver Shield Paladin. They don't get enough love. This is going to be highly risky, because my Truth Speaker is just going to be exposed and in the open. But Grenadier is going to perish before they can even attack. Well, they got poisoned. Look at all these misses. Perma miss. Perma poison. Need to bring True Strike along more regularly. Yeah, tournaments can be like that. Sometimes it's almost like a free pass. And then other days it's, oh, my opponent played that? Really? Okay. Close range, 60 mana. Alright then. We will try to do the doubling of a last stand here. Now the sad thing about this is that Blue Splinter would almost be better, but Green Splinter is also really good here, because I can compound the potential impacts of reflections. So my Cilia is going to come along. I need something the other side of Cornelius to protect my Cilia that preferably has a reflect. Is it just Almo? I think it's just Almo. That way we've got triple magic reflect if they choose to bring blast. Now, is there a silence? Ooh, there is a silence. We can go with a mini Cron. And we need 8 mana. The only weakness here is I'm not really controlling the enemy fire with a taunt. So it will go wherever it pleases. And I'm gonna be very risky and use a Warchang. I've got so much mana left over, but I am hoping... Oh, that's not nearly enough magic damage. I was hoping to see a lot more magic damage than that be in the team, and I was hoping to see magic damage with Blast be involved in the team. Oh, that Retaliate was pretty brutal. I'm dead on account of the fact that Kraken retaliated. That's really what cost me the game. But now they can't retaliate. But these two are going to chew up my back line. And soon they'll chew up Queen Mycelia. It could be that Cornelius manages a delicious last stand, but that's looking highly unlikely. Why haven't I afflicted the Kraken? That seems pointless. I brought Affliction along for a reason. Ooh, here we go, Cornelius. Come on, buddy. He's not going to be able to do anything because of the repair. Sadness. A deep sadness overcomes me with that outcome. It is what it is. And it is horrific and horrible and sad and would bring tears to the eyes of men greater than I. Women too. Armored Up and Equalizer, but only 15 mana. Okay. What would I do to not lose? Almost said, what would I do to not win in this scenario? I feel like I want to be obnoxious here. I kind of do wish to be obnoxious. I wish to be very, very obnoxious. It's not going to fit, though. Hey, Fat Rat, welcome to the stream. What I really wanted to do was to use Dragon Jumper and Knockout, but that won't fit within the confines of the mana. So instead I'm going to go with Gremlin Blaster. Yeah, I will be going for another hour back, Ronnie, so I'll catch you when you are back at your place. Yeah, that's why I want to use Gremlin Blaster. I want to try and use the... Actually, let's just go all Blast. See if we can't catch him by some sort of surprise here. And we'll protect Grenadier and Screaming Banshee a little bit. Don't know why I went with Daria in the end here. Probably Selenia would have been a better choice to boost up Grenadier and Naga Assassin. But I don't know. Yeah, the redemption play is going to be dangerous and more than deadly if they choose to do that. No, they went with the Divine Shield play, while also throwing in some lovely True Strike. At least Naga Assassin hit. Okay, that's good. Bring on the blast. Here we go. The blast is sort of the natural counter for Lorna in this scenario. And I think I should be okay here. Yeah, he was looking for the redemption play. But the blast play was the perfect. The absolute perfect. Oh, I might crack into Champion 3 today. I'm going to certainly be doing my best to do so. Got another 55 minutes of gameplay to let me try and do that. We'll see whether or not it works or not. After this one, I'm going to double check and see what my win-loss ratio is for the season so far. I figure it's not going to be the greatest. I did have a 12-game loss streak earlier in the week, I believe. Or possibly was longer. What do we got now? We've got no arrows and poison. All of the poison, so gelatinous cube hydra, right? That's got to be the bedrock of the team. The rest is going to be whatever I want. Added bonus, I think, for immunity. So what else is going to go in here? Refresh out back. Yeah, I'm thinking that a Hydra is probably going to be a good player regardless. In fact, probably most of the stuff, maybe a snipe. Try and neutralize anything that they're going to... Oh, it's not letting me do the search properly. Snipe, snipe, snipe. That's broken arrows, so no snipe. I was thinking of Watcher Kajiga. 3 mana. Scavengers. All of the scavengers. And now we need a decoy. I don't know, Queen Mycelia seems like a decent decoy. And Fungus Fiend has more health. So we'll go with Fungus Fiend in the back. Banari Scout there, that there. Well, they only went 1 magic. 2 if you count Dr. Blight. So I'm not angry about that, but the poison and the opportunity, that I am angry about. Because that's not going to let my Screeching Vulture flourish. Their healing is gone. They have their cleanse. That triage is going to be mighty annoying. Oh, that miss. That miss was very costly. Nah, I think I got this just by virtue of Cube. Cube will just do their usual. Look at me, I'm massive. Hydra with their dying breath. So it'll be 5 damage per turn to Cube. And they're taking 3. So I'm good. Just got to wait for them to lose to exhaustion. Wouldn't have worked with any other combo. And we proceed to the exhaustion phase. 36 mana, 36 health versus 8. I wonder who will win. Yes, it is me. I will win. With the cheesy cube. Full of artery blocking cholesterol. Cholesterol? Words. Yeah, it was pretty careful placement of the cube to make sure that they stayed standing as well. Okay, unprotected and odd ones out. I feel like a speedy team would benefit here. Yeah, and they're going to bring that sort of stuff along if they've got Fire Splinter here. So we are going to look for True Strikes. Now I can go Dragon. Dragon Life, no True Strikes. Let's just go Kitty. Make sure we hit. No matter what. If there's no armor, Kitty plus... Let's just go Kitty plus Fire. It's odd ones out. So... it should be fun. Where... Retaliate. Let's go with Hydra. Because Kitty Hydra is just ridiculous. Now there's a reason I went Fire. We'll amplify that Retaliate, not the Retaliate, the Thorns. Now, there's no armor, so what sort of blast can we throw at them as well? Grenadier, definitely. What has reach? Nothing has reach. Well, nothing I can afford to put into my team has reach. Oh, it's odd ones out. So I need 1 and 3 basically. One 3 mana creature, 1 0 thing. Let's bring an Affliction and a Slow. And then we'll just bring a Repair, even though the Repair's not going to do anything. We'll see how this comes together. They've brought Obsidian, but they've not brought any magic. Now, the best part about this is I'm going to lose my... Ooh, they missed. I'm not going to lose them. That's nice. Now I'm going to lose them. Unfortunately, there will be no last stand for Hydra here. But I think they're going to be okay. Why would they... I'm confused why they'd use Obsidian here instead of any other summoner when they didn't bring any magic. If they brought +1 health, Lyanna would have been useful. Selenia, any dragon summoner would have been really useful there. I'm just confused by the Obsidian. It seemed pointless given the team that they played. And look, I really had no idea what I was playing there. I just really wanted to go for True Strike to not miss. Okay, what have we got here? 30 mana and close range. Death and blue. I think I'm going to go with Ouster. Good old Ouster. Let's go Ouster Harklaw to absorb everything in that front line. And then we'll investigate our ranged options. Speedy ranged. It is opportunity though. Speedy ranged. Maybe, no, actually, let's dump him. We'll go with return fire instead. Because then we can crack a Arianthus and have an absolute beast in our front line. We can use a River Nymph. We definitely want to employ... Where are you? Where are you, Cornelius? Why am I blind? Why can't I see a Cornelius? There he is. My mouse was over the top of him and that's not where I was looking. I don't think this is going to fit. No, it certainly is not going to fit. Okay, my team is largely passive. This is the world that I find myself living in now. Let's go with Kelp Initiate to do some triage work, and Albatross to do some Albatross work, and Chaos Agent to guard against any snipes. Well, they've got a mixed team here. The Amplify was a good idea. The passive healing of Albatross was a brillianter idea. See you later, guys. Now the question's going to be, how on earth am I going to kill Bacteria? Because I've only got 5 damage, and I'm pretty sure they're healing 5 damage per turn. And we're going to struggle to kill Oceanus as well. But to that end, they are going to not be able to kill us either. I think their Bacteria is going to win it for them. This one's a skip to results sort of match. No, I took it out. I'm guessing the Cornelius with the heal was overwhelming. That's good. That's a 4-game win streak for me. And 7 rating points away. Thanks, you Chillingham, or you Chagim. I don't know how to say your name. I will fumble the characters in my head. What's next for me? Will it be Champ 3, or will it be a loss? Come on, what are you doing, game? F5. Here we go. Stampede and Earthquake. Flying stuff with Trample. It's too bad I don't have Bright and Bloom. I don't think my opponent would have Bright and Bloom. They do seem to have Quix the Devious. So what can we do to counter Quix the Devious in a flying game? Well, certainly I want to use flying creatures, but also with a balance of snare. I'm going to take a chance on Daria and Earth, and I'm going to try to focus fire via opportunity. So we've got 2 flying machines there. And the other flying that we have available is a snipe. So the idea is snipe goes first, weakens whatever it hits. Hopefully it hits. These 2 guys come in and follow up with their flying opportunity. I'm going to go with Dragon Spirit as my tank and use Manticore. So I've got an all-flying team, mostly melee, with a snipe thrown in, just for fun. And where is that opportunity / snipe going to go? Well, the opportunity is going to go to the right place. The snipe is going to be just in the wrong spot. Just ignoring Chaos Agent in the front there, by the way. There we go. That's gotten the big thing I wanted to die out of the way. And now Manticore should be able to withstand enough strikes to get snare on everything by Dragon Jumper. Yep, perfect. Here we go. Done. I believe that is Champ 3 for the first time this season. But it doesn't end there. Let's go. All right. That is a 5-game winning streak. Off to go check my leaderboard. I am just below a 50% win ratio. My biggest streak this season has been 8. Can I match that? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've had a couple of draws this season, so technically speaking, my win rate's probably over 50. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Back to basics and broken arrows. So I'm going to do the totally unexpected and cool thing of Yoden Zaku and magic. Because what better than magical Yoden? Now, Jin Fernie's gone in the back line. You've got 4 magic damage. You're going in the back line. You're going in the back line. It's broken arrows, so I've got no fear. Alster's probably another good choice here. Blue Splinter's out though, so we'll see. Kaladin has the most health, and Ifrit Elder has the second most health. Kaladin goes there, Ifrit Rising goes there with their 8 health, and we click battle and we see what happens. Can I cheese it? I think I can. They'll go faster. They've got 15. Oh, they've got a lot of health tied up in those frontline creatures. But they don't have blast. They have a heal. But again, they don't have blast. This looks like it's gonna go good. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was a nice win. It's very nice to see a sea of green in my game history. That still doesn't take me to a 50% win ratio. It's impossible. I'm gonna keep winning. 133rd on the leaderboard. Highest I've been for a while. And I'm executing really nicely and really well today. So it's not the usual experience of watching me lose 483 games consecutively. So I'm glad I can bring you some good cheer and some victory, some laps around the field. Don't know how long it's going to last. I'm probably due for a loss now. What have we got? Broken armor and blast. So, Fire Splinter's gone. I've got to think about who's the quickest. It's probably going to be a Green Splinter Snipe. So Selenia plus Snipe is what I'm going to go for here. That way we can throw in extra speed, extra snipe, it's 5 mana what I want. No, perhaps it's 6. Yes, Mantoid costs 6 mana. Now we're left with 6 mana to formulate a... Well, all I really need to do is just create a distraction. Something that's going to be able to withstand attacks and not fall over and die immediately. I think a failed summoner in 2nd position, and then we'll gamble with a Chaos Agent in 1st position. That way we're sort of covered on the rear of the team, and then with Blast I'm going to put Screeching Vulture dead in the middle to go try and pick off anything that gets struck out by Snipe. But that opportunity is going to be really nice. Well, we did nothing there. Snipe is very nice. Very nice. Oh no, the miss. Oh, that miss was terrible. Okay, Snipe should definitely hit the Undead Priest, right? Well, even better. Even better. That worked. I was thinking I was going to lose there many moments throughout that battle. So my opponent, name of Invincible, proved to not be invincible. Yeah, I like to sort of talk through my thought patterns about what I'm doing. I find I play better that way. If I'm not talking about what I'm doing, I tend to have my inner monologue talk myself out of making a particular decision. And what you're seeing here today on Splinterlands TV is not what normally happens on my personal Twitch channel, where my regular viewers will let you know that there is loss after loss after loss after loss. I've sort of erased that from my history here. But sometimes I do play teams just because they're fun. But I've been playing Splinterlands since way back in 2018. So I've got a fair bit of experience under my belt. 22,850 battles in total. That's a lot of battles. That's an enormous amount of battles. Hey, Ecto, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I just want to do some slow maths here and figure out what my overall win rate is. I know there's tools that you can use to do this stuff and all that sort of thing, but I'm truly curious. My overall win rate is 58%, and that's over almost 4 years. It's hard to believe Splinterlands will be 4 years old in June this year. And I've been around since almost the very beginning, certainly since the beginning of battles and things. So I've been around for a very, very long time. But yeah, the highest rating, that's from a time gone by when there wasn't caps on the amount of points you could earn in your rating, and win streaks were absolutely absurd, and you could play using champion cards against novice cards or Bronze League cards. There weren't leagues. The game was completely different back then. Perhaps on next Monday's stream I can give you guys a history lesson on Splinterlands. I'll pretend that I'm a history professor and we can talk about the early days, but more than likely it'll probably be me on a loss streak continuously. Okay, we have Spreading Fury and Close Range. It's 16 mana, which upsets me. Otherwise, I would just go with Cornelius and Llama Mage. Repair is going to be very important here. So I'm leaning, I think, towards Blue Splinter, Metal Eye Guardian. That's as far as my thought pattern goes on this particular one. Probably want to control their fire somehow. And if we're going to get angry, it makes sense to use something that wouldn't normally get angry, but when it gets angry, it gets really nice and angry. I'm thinking maybe I change up. Go with Green Splinter. An Angry Grund could be really good. Yeah, Llama Hydra could also work. But it would be beaten by Cornelius. Let's see. I do enjoy a Llama Hydra, but I'll hold you personally responsible, Delta, if this ends the winning streak. We're not going to bring any support mechanisms. We want Hydra to have their last stand immediately. Let's go. Well, it's Kron. I believe Kron will have enough damage. The disappointing thing here is he's got that lovely thing known as a shield. And Llama is erasing their rage before they attack. I think I'll still win. But we'll go. There it is. Okay. I wouldn't have played it if I didn't think I had a legitimate chance of winning. But it did. It was elaborate. And I do take suggestions from the crowd. I'm not shy about that. That extends the win streak further. And it's at this point where I'm like, I'm going to give up a lot of rating points if I drop the ball here. Where does that place me on the leaderboard? Not many positions up. I win the next one. I go over the 50% win rate for this season. All right, let's go. Let's keep on going. Keep on trucking. I got about 25-ish minutes left in my stream. So we'll see how far we go. That reminds me, I should turn off the alarm on my phone so that doesn't go off because I'm watching the clock as I play here. All right, what have we got? Close range, holy protection. What do we do here? Well, they've played a whole bunch of fire and then they've played water, so I've got no idea. But given they've got 2.5 million collection power, they've probably got a card collection somewhat like mine. I think it might be time for Byzantine Kitty. Yes. And I'm going to try and exploit cards that my opponent may not have. So, do we go Grund and Carnage Titan? I think maybe, because they're always going to hit. We'll probably slip Kron the Undying in. We want to bring in the big hitter Cornelius. This is going to be a team comprised entirely of legendary cards, basically. Well, if I can get there with a team entirely of legendary cards. I don't know that I can. My Spirit of the Forest is not a maxed out one. If it's close range, I feel like Vigilator. Now, I have no healing in my team currently, so I think I'm going to fix that up by bringing along the Khmer Princess. And we'll put Vigilator in front of Cornelius. I think I've got a pretty good team here. My opponent has opted for lots of range damage while reducing my melee damage. could work. But I've got a lot of melee damage here. The shield on Elven Defender is going to be very annoying. But I've got a pretty good mix of damage types here. I think I'm going to be okay. I think the win streak is going to continue. Yeah, I think I am fine. I'm sort of a little bit in disbelief at my performance today. This is the best that I've played in a very, very long time. Okay, that's another win. What's that streak now? I believe that's 9? Yep, that's 9. So beating my previous win streak. And every time I click that battle button, it feels like I'm doubling down on the roulette table going, let it ride. Like that episode of Futurama where Zoidberg bets on the roulette table, wins, lets it ride 3 times, and then loses it all. Even though it's a phenomenal amount of money. That's how I feel with my rank right now. Okay. Here, at least if I lose, I'll only lose 3 ranking points because I'm fighting someone well above me in Champ League. Okay, what have we got? We have up close and personal, melee. It's a 9 win streak right now, Delta. So, only melee creatures may be used. Well, I beg to differ. Shield Bearer feels like a clever way around what an opponent may do here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. That way I can also use a Cornelius. That way I have magic damage on my side. And I can't use the heal I intended to use here. Drat. Maybe Shield Bearer isn't... Oh, I know what the best idea is going to be. I know. One of you. One of you. Armor Smith becomes a little bit redundant at this point. Now we need to lock down Kralis to make sure they're somewhat well defended. I don't know, but I'm hopeful. Oh, that is a brutal fire team. Most brutal is that Serpentine Soldier on the back. They are going to punish. Well, our Demoralize is out of the way. I'm very surprised that hit. Now they have reduced speed. And now it will slowly progress to GG. Depending on how well Kralis can maintain themselves here. It's enormous damage from Phineas. Particularly if they hit with a retaliate. I've got to really hope they don't hit with a retaliate. Oh, look at this. That's a 10 win streak. I am speechless. It's been a very long time since I've gone into double-digit win streak. And look at that, plus 66 ranking points. It feels like such a long road between Champ 3 and Champ 2. Look at this wall of wins. Well, it ends there, but look at this wall of wins. So 11 wins has taken me from 3607 to 3893. I am on fire. 107th on the leaderboard. Okay. Well, I keep saying that it's gonna end at some point. I'm not gonna end it by doing something completely crazy, but we'll see. We'll continue along. All right. We've got Divine Shield and Earthquake. Life Splinter's out. I think that a Death Splinter Redemption team might work well here, just making sure that I've got a lot of armor. And shield. Shield is going to be super important. Armor and shields. So let's filter for shields. This is about me staying alive more than anything else. Lobstradamus might be a good choice, but he doesn't have any armor. Don't know that Elven Defender would be a good choice, so that's my options in Blue Splinter. Oh, Harklaw. So anything that's got shield and flying, that would be the ultimate. Yes, there is. Gloridax Soldier. Shield, flying, and cripple. And Quicks is probably not a bad choice for this rule set. Alright. Flying is a Dragon Jumper. We want a snare, so we'll bring along the Grenadier. Grenadier needs to be protected, however. This is where my team starts to fall a little bit apart, because I'm debating whether or not I bring Tower Griffin, and I certainly do. And we need some strategic decoys here to ensure that Grenadier stays alive long enough to actually apply snare. And it's Kraken. Isn't that just beautiful? Somewhat fitting that I'll lose to Kraken. They're snared, and they didn't bring a cleanse, but hey, why do you need to bring a cleanse when you've got as much health as a Kraken does? With all of that healing, 3 heals, backing up the Kraken. I don't know. We should be able to... No, we won't be able to completely destroy their back line, because Grenadier will fall victim to the Earthquake very shortly. So that's my loss. Gloridax Guardian is hanging in like an absolute boss, though. We might actually win through exhaustion here. I don't know. I was thinking that I'm not going to win. But that triple heal is absolutely freaking obnoxious. Let's see. It's going to be quite a few rounds here before we find out, in any case. The best we can do is get him down to 5 health. And at last, my Gloridax Guardian has lost their armor. Hey, SPS Airdropper, welcome to the stream. Okay, now I'm in trouble. Now I'm in real trouble. This win streak is probably about to end in very unceremonious fashion, unless I can completely stun lock Kraken until fatigue comes in. I'm doing a good job of it. Ooh, this is very tasty. Oh, the stun. The 100% stun rate. It's beautiful. But now the fatigue's going to get me the same time it's going to get them. There's the retaliate, and that's the GG. Oh, there goes my massive win streak. It's all over. But I made them work for it. Made them absolutely work for it. And Kraken remains standing. 14 points down for me, 14 points up for the opponent, and let us mourn this win streak. Oh, Bakoni, you missed it. You missed the biggest winning streak of recent times for me. We had the Blast game, which is where you left us to leave work and head home. That worked. Then we had a Last Stand Llama Mage plus friends. Then we had Amplification and Return Fire and Thorns. Yeah, it's happened twice this season. Then we had Mr. Deep Swimmer. Then Daria. Then Yoden Magic in Back to Basics with Broken Arrows. Then a Backfire team that didn't backfire very well but still won. Then a YOLO Llama Hydra against a Kron, which managed to win. And I think this one here was probably one of my favorites. Actually, this game and the one that followed. This one here was Divine Shield and Close Range, and I thought to myself, not gonna go well. And then I thought to myself, my damage types are too varied to have a real impact, but then that ended up working out really quite well. Even though we lost Grund to a Warchang, which was a terrible tragedy. But that one came across really nicely. A Carnage Tartan, yep, Carnage Tartan indeed. And then this one here was the battle where I looked at the teams and I thought, no, there is no way I'm winning. Particularly with Serpentine Soldier in the back line. But I had enough decoys here. And surprisingly, Stitch Leech hit the Serpentine Soldier. And good old Celestial Harpy did some nice things. And this is where it became really clutch. That Divine Shield was awesome. And then the Thorns. The Thorns begins. The endless Thorns. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here going, oh god, Krallis is going to get absolutely wrecked. But they managed it. Just. I was scared my win streak was going to end there with that particular battle, but no, it ended as it should have with a Kraken, and I pushed someone up to 4,000 rating. But I don't know, I've got time for a couple more games. I've got about 10 minutes left here before we'll have to wipe away our tears that are welling within our eyes and move on back towards our private lives away from the stream. Lost legendaries at 18 mana. That fundamentally rules out Llama plus creature. But I think I've deserved the right to go Llama plus Grund. Don't do it, they say. Don't be a madman. I won't stop him. Llama plus Grund. Here we go. This is my, reward for doing so well. I get to throw a game by going Llama Grund. Or potentially throwing a game. Alright, let's see if this will work, or whether or not it'll be back to Gold League for me. Because that was a distinct possibility. It could have gone either way. Oh no. Oh. It's all over. The last stand, it does nothing. But 3 damage every turn. Oh god, he's going to be a victim of his own success here, Grund. And he's dead. Victim of his own success. Thanks, Mr. Milo Crowling. Alright, another. This is where it all goes downhill. Back to Diamond League. I'm thinking about what I'm going to play here before the rule sets even come in. I'm guessing maybe something along the lines of a Hill Giant. I feel like it's Hill Giant's time to come out and play. Well, we're not playing Hill Giant. We will be considering a snipey, speedy... Actually, no, we'll just be going pure speed and opportunity. Triple opportunity. Any snipes we can throw into the crowd here. Yes, a pirate captain. Brilliant. Because that'll boost up everyone else. And, oh. Alright, parasitic growth, you're out here. And Kelp Initiate, you're in. Because you can heal yourself from any blast damage. Then everyone else should be relatively safe. I don't know. Let's see if they use a Kraken. Here we go. I put that team together very quickly. I'm thinking, what flaws are there in my team? There's no flaws. There's a Kraken. See how we go here. Tick-tock. 1 minute 30 for my opponent. I feel like I've played this like a real pro today. Hopefully I won't leave it on a 3-game losing streak. But we will see. How about the new quest button, Bakoni? Has that appealed to you at this point of your life? It's always a possibility. Ah, Kira was thinking along the same lines as me. Something about great minds. Well, once we get this opportunity cracking, you know, once we get through their wave brood and its assorted support units. Oh, that was a good poison. Well, Kraken was a good strategy. Kraken was a very good strategy. Very lucky they didn't bring along a force field or anything of that nature. Otherwise that would have rendered all my opportunity monsters pretty useless. It was a distinct risk. But thankfully there was no force field there. Okay, I think I've got time for one more match here before I'm going to have to go. All right, that is sadness, Bakoni. Alright, up close and personal, monsters with melee. Now, here I've got the option of Dragon Splinter, Life Splinter, or Green Splinter because they've all got reach creatures. I think it's going to be Life Splinter here. With Dragon, of course. And we don't want to miss. So we are going to use... Well, first let's get the crazies out there. Vigilator and Warchang. And Kralis. Probably in that order, because we want Kralis to be the last one standing. Now there's an enormous risk of Mylor here. So what can we do to counteract the impact of a wild Mylor? Probably by using Carnage Titan. Something else with shield in the front line. Let's go with Shield Bearer, Carnage Titan, and see what we can do with 6 mana. I think maybe Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight as a stopgap. Or do we go for another reach? Some more armor. Maybe Clay Golem. No, I think that's the best team I can field. Let's go. Oh, look at that. It's a Kraken. Oh, God, the sneak. At least it's all going into Shield Bearer. The Demoralize is strong with their team. And the Retaliate is also depressingly consistent. I think the triple shields are going to get me over the line here, maybe. That's notwithstanding what's going to happen to my back line. Good poison. Not that it matters. I'm in danger. I am formally in danger. I don't feel like I'm in danger anymore now that Sandworm is gone. Good poison. Now I'm in danger again. Because if we get stun locked, it's just absolute GG. But we can't get stun locked because immunity. Hey, it's a win. Alright, good way to bring today to a close, I think. Because we've got 2 minutes of airtime here. Yeah, I know, but it's Dragon Jumper. Dragon Jumper pulls random crazy strategies out of their backside every single day. I wouldn't be surprised if they managed to dispel immunity somehow. There'd be a thing. But that's going to conclude my gameplay for today. Really, really good result. 4 days left in the season, and perhaps this time I'll be able to challenge for Champ 2. I believe this is the highest ranking I've obtained all seasons so far. 3898. Where was I on the loss before those 2 losses came in? Yeah, highest ranking for the season at 3898. My stream will be ending in about a minute's time. There's no follow-up streamer directly after me here on Splinterlands TV, but we do have another stream scheduled for later this evening. There's a couple of Splinterlands streamers out there at the moment. We've got Loose Magoose online, so if you want, you can go check out their stream. And that is all that you'll probably get out of me today. Thank you all for your time, and I will catch you again in the very, very near future. I stream every night on my own channel, so if you want to come and see me lose, this is just a show I play for the Splinterlands TV channel. Pretend I'm a good player, suck you all in, bring you to my own channel, and then show you how bad of a player I actually am. Bakoni will attest to that. So, thanks again, and I will catch you all pretty soon. Cheers.